Hey there, it's Elizabeth, and welcome back to another flip through. I feel like I haven't filmed a flip through in forever. So here we are. This is my March April Fibonacci. I make my own altered composition books. I use Staples brand gridded notebooks. I glue 3 pages together to prevent bleed through, and I washi down the sides, which you'll see in a moment. The cover, I just use calendar pages that I find at the Dollar Tree. So let's get started. Well, I wanted to show you the, oh my gosh. Okay, I'm all done with March, all right? Let me just see where, okay. This right here is March. This is my April, okay, that I still have yet to fill. Look how fat that is already. Oh my goodness, I hope both months will fit into this. Oh, okay, sorry about the glare. So let's dig in. Okay, so in here, this is another calendar page that I decorate the page with, or the inside cover with. This is my pocket. This is what holds like envelopes from Happy Mail. It also holds, let me see where, oh, I took them out and put them in my April part. But this also holds my little labels that I make that either have Bible verses on them or quotes that I use up in my header. So let's get started with this. Okay, March 1st. This is going back a ways, so I'm going to have to try to remember what happened. But on this day, I do remember what happened because it was so interesting and cool. This is a Happy Mail that I got from my sweet sister Karen in Australia. And funny story behind this email. I think I've told you about it, or not email, Happy Mail. I think I told you about it before, but I'll just briefly, explain it again. So this is a beautiful piece. It's actually the photocopy. I have, the original, but I photocopied it and put it in my book. It is a beautiful piece of Aboriginal art from the Bumeri tribe in Australia. And Karen sent this to me, and I was floored when I received it. Well, the story behind it briefly is that a few weeks prior in February, I had gone with my daughter to her university, and we had gone to the art museum that's at the university, and they were featuring Aboriginal artwork. And so as soon as I walked in and I saw that, I of course thought of Karen. So I flipped out my phone and I thought, oh, let me just take a few pictures and send them to her and let her know that I'm thinking about her. So she had, in our texting conversation, she had mentioned a package that was coming, but I hadn't received it yet. Well, little did I know, as I'm looking in the art museum at Aboriginal art, she had already posted this. So call it fate, call it destiny, I don't know. Call it, great minds think alike. I'm not really sure. But yeah, she sent me this gorgeous piece of artwork that I'm hoping to get framed for my art room. And what was interesting as well is when I finally got the letter with the piece of artwork in it, there is no postal stamp. There's nothing on it. I just thought it was the weirdest thing. It's like it never even went through the post, right? It's like she walked across the street and just stuck it in my mailbox. It was just so odd. Well, wouldn't that be nice, Karen, if you could walk across the street and put something in my mailbox? And then I'd invite you in for coffee. Anyway, so that was fun. It was so super sweet of her to think of me and send that to me. So on this day too, I filmed some ramble sessions. I filmed a My Year 2017 update video. I also spoke to a dear friend of mine, a Facebook friend, my friend Linda, that I've known for a few years now. And good Lord, when we get on the phone, we can talk for hours and hours. So it was great to catch up with her. And that was that day. And then, let me see what day that was. That was on a Wednesday. Okay. All right. So then this day, hello, take a wild guess. Yes, I had a migraine. I've mentioned it before. I do suffer with chronic migraines and don't know why. Nothing I can really do about it, but, deal with it until it's over with. And I've said it before too, I don't work in my book when I'm having a migraine or when I don't feel well. Generally, I am writhing in pain in bed. So when I get back to working on my book, I love to look up funny little migraine memes. It's just my way of coping with dealing with migraines. So that was that day. Um, this day here was a Friday, and yeah, okay. In my last flip through, my daughter had been suffering with like a stomach, what we found out later on to be a stomach bug. And when she gets a fever or not enough rest or is stressed out, she breaks out with fever blisters, but she doesn't get the normal ones that other people get, which like are usually on your lips. She gets them on the skin on and around her eye, like her eyelid and under her eye. And oh my heavens, the poor thing, she broke out. So she came out to me in my art room and she says, "You want to be pain pals?" Oh my gosh, she's so funny. Humor apparently runs in the family. So yeah, so she wanted company. So I went into her room and, worked on some stuff while she did homework and kind of kept her company. And then we headed down south for the weekend. And usually when we go down south, we head right to the store to pick up just a few things, a few groceries. And if you guys have seen my videos, I've been like on this British candy kick. I'm not really a candy person, but I see this aisle and I'm like, oh, I want to try that. So I picked up some Maltesers, some Bounty candy, and some coffee crisp candy. And my son and I shared these. My daughter did not come down this weekend with us for some reason. I guess she was busy doing something else. So yeah, our conclusion, my son and my conclusion, was that we liked all of them. So yeah, he also wanted to try Vegemite or Marmite, and my husband and I, for $6 to $8 for a tiny little like 2-ounce jar, we were like, sorry, I'm not spending that kind of money on something that I know you are not going to like. So then this day here, let me see. I spent most of the day working on my collage journal, and by the time maybe this flip goes up, you would have already seen the video of my completed collage journal. So again, another tip for people that do other types of artwork and want to document it in your Fibonacci or in your journal, I simply take a photocopy of it, resize it to fit in my book, and then I have documentation of what I did that day. So I was going collage crazy that day, and my son had a friend come down to spend the weekend at the South House, and so my husband and the boys went over to the shooting range, and they got to shoot my son's new weapon that he had gotten for his birthday present. And so they had a lot of fun. Poor Big Handsome, he wasn't feeling very well, so he didn't do the shooting, but the guys had fun together. So then let's see here. On this day, March 5th, yeah, it was a cuddle on the couch day. So that's what we did. And I found this little like Liechtenstein-esque, or maybe it is a Liechtenstein, I don't know, print of a guy and a gal on the couch smooching. So yeah, just found a clip art of a couch, and I love lazy days, and I'm so blessed, and golly day, I love my Big Handsome, and he calls me baby girl. So yeah, it was just a simple page. And I like doing simple pages sometimes. So that was a nice lazy day. Then on March 6th, I got this beautiful card from my Facebook friend Linda. She sent to me, and she makes them, and they're just absolutely gorgeous. Because they're 3-dimensional, I don't put them in my book because it, makes things more thick. And so I simply photocopy it and stick it in as a tip-in. So that was nice. And this day as well, I worked on more collages in my book. So there are some more collages that I had done. And I spoke with my grandmother because it was Monday morning, of course, and I speak with my grandma every Monday morning. And she wasn't doing all that well, the poor thing. And then I had a dentist appointment, and so did my son. So we went to that, no cavities, everything was great. And good news, he doesn't have to have his wisdom teeth removed. So that was good. And then, yeah, things not done today. I was supposed to do the laundry, vacuum, film a ramble video, film a flip video, do some more bookmarks. I wanted to read and I wanted to sketch. So I did absolutely none of those things because I was busy working on my collage journal, which I love and have now finished. And yeah, I just love it. So if you haven't seen that video, go ahead and look at my video section for my collage journal. You can see it in all its glory. Okay, so this day here, let's see. This is an origami envelope that I had made out of Mambi paper, and I love it. I got the idea from the My Year 2017 art journaling group on Facebook, and I got the idea from Jerry Bellini. And yeah, I just took the paper and made just a simple little tag, and put a sticker on it. So that was fun to do. And let's see, this, I did not receive Happy Mail, but I was going to make a bunch of these origami pockets, which I have done, to send out in Happy Mail. And let's see, Big Handsome brought me home some flowers. He's so sweet that way. And I just loved this image on the bouquet, the plastic part, that holds the bouquet. And so I simply cut it out and stuck it in. There's so many things you can find to stick in your books, and I think it's great when you can reuse some of the items that would otherwise be thrown away. So yeah, he brought me home some flowers because he knew that I was worried about this coming up the next day. So the next day, as you can read, I had a nuclear stress test, and that is when they radio activate you and then they hook you up to monitors and all that fun stuff. And there, I know it's gross, but there's an electrode thing that they used on me. And yeah, caution, because I was radioactive. And a cute little courage sticker at the bottom there. So yeah, I went in for my nuclear stress test just as a checkup to see what was going on. So yeah, I had a very early appointment at 8 a.m., which I had to, get up at the, alley, the booty crack of dawn, to get to the appointment. So my daughter went with me, and oh yeah, once they radio activate you and have you all hooked up, you get on a treadmill, and so you're supposed to walk and then walk some more, and then they incline it and speed it up and all that. And so you reach a target heart rate, and you do that for a certain amount of time, and as they're monitoring you. And yeah, it was actually refreshing to get onto the treadmill again. So I actually had fun during my test. So that was good. I had nothing to worry about. Yeah, I used to run, so I missed it, Yeah, so I don't know if it's odd that I happened to enjoy the test, but I did. So I was waiting for the results that were going to come in 1 week. And then my daughter and I went out afterwards for lunch down to the diner. And yeah, so I had a chili cheese dog. Probably not the best choice after a cardio appointment, but that's what I did. So then on March 9th, let's see, this was a Thursday, I did a surprise giveaway on my YouTube channel. And, I don't do very many giveaways, but when I do, I like to do surprise giveaways. I don't advertise them. They're always just random. So yeah, if you watch my videos and you watch them all the way through, you might get in on a giveaway. So I did that, and this was lovely washi tape. I had received Happy Mail from my Phobo friend Nancy, and it was so cute. Oh, I just love these terrariums and cacti and everything. So adorable. So this was my things to do list, and yeah, we were heading south. Okay, so we must have had a long weekend, and so we were heading south, and I also got these two cute little like cards from Nancy as well. And it was so sweet of her to think of me because they're Florida related, the pelican and the state of Florida. So super, super thoughtful of her. And let's see what else. Okay, so my husband and I left the Gems and Pups at home. Yeah, so what, we love spending time with the family, of course. And but there's something just really nice about going down for an alone weekend. It's just nice not to have a schedule to do anything, you know. So I'll stop on this page. So this day, let me see. Yep, we woke up at the booty crack of dawn again because my husband wanted to go fishing and I wanted to go with him. And let's see. This was a picture of the beautiful day. It was a really beautiful day. Oh, and there's my big handsome in all of his glory, doing what he loves to do, which is fishing, and of course, all the ink on his back. So, let's see. Oh, we were trying to leave really early because we wanted to get out on the Atlantic and see the sunrise, but that didn't end up happening because the nav light wouldn't work. It's the navigation light on the front, on the bow of the boat. There's a green one and a red one, and for some reason it was shorting out. So my husband was fiddling with that, and one minute it would work and the next minute he put it back together and it wouldn't work. So anyway, we ended up leaving a little bit later than we wanted to. It was a little bumpy out and I wasn't feeling all that great. I had a sort of an episode before we left, so I wasn't feeling so hot, but it all turned out well. I slept while Big Handsome went fishing, and we didn't catch anything. We caught some bait, but it was nice to get out on the water together anyway. And then when we got back home, we went to Bell's, and I picked up some pajama bottoms, which I was in desperate need of. Here in Florida, these are just the tags to them, which make cute little embellishments in your book. In Florida, it doesn't get cool very often here, but there are times that it does, and I needed some pajama pants because I was cold. So this is another little journaling card that I just simply made into a pocket from Nancy, so super sweet of her. And we picked up some Chinese food for dinner, and yeah, that's like right next to the Bells, and there was no paper stuff at Bells, so I didn't have any luck there with that, but it was a fun day, a long day. And then once we got home and had dinner, we just relaxed and watched some Netflix. So there's the end of this flip. And I will thank you for sharing your time with me. I hope you enjoyed that. And I will talk to you next time. Thanks.